Welcome back to Investor Web, where we debunk myths and present the true face of entrepreneurship. We're dedicated to peeling back the layers of the entrepreneurial world, cutting through the noise and delivering you the honest, insightful content you've come to expect. We're here to guide you through the labyrinth of entrepreneurship with all its twists, turns, and sometimes deceit. Today we're delving into a topic that's been shrouded in mystery and misconception. We're exposing the top 10 lies that entrepreneurs might tell you. Now, don't get us wrong, not all entrepreneurs are fibbing, but there are certain narratives that are often spun, narratives that can lead budding entrepreneurs down the wrong path. So we're here to set the record straight, to distinguish fact from fiction, and to reveal the reality that lies beneath the surface of entrepreneurship. Buckle up as we dive into the first lie. The first lie often thrown around is that starting a business requires a massive capital. Now, this couldn't be further from the truth. Let's debunk this myth, shall we? There's a common misconception that to start a business, one must have a hefty bank balance or a wealthy benefactor. But numerous successful entrepreneurs have debunked this myth by launching thriving businesses with little to no money. Instead of capital, they relied on their ingenuity, resourcefulness, and relentless determination. Take, for instance, the story of Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia. They started Airbnb, a billion-dollar company, by renting out air mattresses in their living room to offset their rent. This goes to show that what matters most is the idea and the resolve to see it through rather than the size of your bank account. So, as we see, starting a business is more about a good idea and execution than a big bank balance. The second lie is the notion of having to work round the clock. This belief, ladies and gentlemen, is not only misleading but also detrimental to an entrepreneur's journey. Rest assured, entrepreneurship is not about sacrificing your personal life and working 24/7. It's about effective time management. Consider the world's most successful entrepreneurs. They have the same 24 hours in a day as you and I, but they've mastered the art of prioritizing tasks and delegating when necessary. They understand that productivity is not about the number of hours you put in, but the quality of work you deliver during those hours. They also appreciate the importance of work-life balance. Taking time for oneself, spending time with loved ones, and pursuing hobbies can rejuvenate the mind, boost creativity, and improve overall performance. So don't be fooled into thinking that non-stop work is the only path to success. Remember, entrepreneurship is a marathon, not a sprint. Lie number 3 is the belief that you need to wear all hats. The age-old myth that as an entrepreneur you must single-handedly juggle everything from product development to sales, marketing, and accounting. But let me tell you, that's not only impractical but also detrimental to your business. Imagine a ship. As the captain, you need to steer it in the right direction. But can you also manage the engine, hoist the sails, and navigate all at once? Of course not. You need a crew, each member with their own unique skills and responsibilities. The same principle applies in entrepreneurship. Delegation is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's about recognizing your strengths and weaknesses and building a team that complements your skills. You see, the most successful entrepreneurs are those who surround themselves with people smarter than they are. So don't be fooled into thinking you have to do it all. After all, entrepreneurship is a team sport. The fourth lie is that failure is not an option. Now let's pull apart the threads of this myth. Picture this: you're an entrepreneur and your venture didn't take off as expected. Does that mean you failed? Absolutely not. In the entrepreneurial journey, failure is not the end but a part of the process. Think of it as a teacher, albeit a harsh one. Each failure provides valuable lessons, insights, and experience that you wouldn't gain otherwise. It's about taking those lessons, tweaking your strategies, and bouncing back stronger. Remember, some of the most successful entrepreneurs today have faced failure at some point. It's about resilience, the ability to get back up after a fall. It's about learning, growing, and evolving. So don't let the fear of failure hold you back. Instead, view it as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to innovate. Embrace failure as a stepping stone to success. The fifth lie is the belief that entrepreneurs are born, not made. Now, this is a classic misconception that has been debunked time and again. To suggest that one must be born with an innate entrepreneurial instinct is simply not true. It's like saying that a person is born a musician or a painter. While some may have a natural inclination towards these fields, it doesn't mean that others cannot learn, grow, and excel in them. The same is true for entrepreneurship. With passion, dedication, and the right mindset, anyone can step into the world of business and make a mark. It's not about being born with a silver spoon or a golden ticket. It's about perseverance, grit, and the willingness to take risks. It's about learning from failures and turning them into stepping stones towards success. So remember, entrepreneurship is not a birthright, but a skill that can be honed and mastered. So don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Let's quickly run through the last 5 lies. Our 6th lie is, entrepreneurs are always confident. This is simply not true. Even the most successful entrepreneurs have their moments of doubt. Confidence is not a constant state of being, but rather something that is built and cultivated over time. It's okay to have doubts and fears. What matters is how you manage them. Moving on to lie number 7. You need to have a groundbreaking idea. This myth suggests that for a business to be successful, it needs to be based on a revolutionary concept. However, most successful businesses are not built on entirely new ideas, but rather on improving existing ones. Innovation is crucial, but it doesn't always mean reinventing the wheel. Our 8th lie is, you can't have a work-life balance. Yes, entrepreneurship requires dedication and hard work, but it doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your personal life. It's about finding balance and making time for both. Remember, burnout is real and it can drastically affect your performance and health. The 9th lie we often hear is you need to be young to start a business. Age is just a number. There's no right or wrong age to start a business. A lot of successful entrepreneurs started their businesses later in life. Experience, skills, and wisdom that come with age can often be beneficial to entrepreneurship. And finally, lie number 10, entrepreneurs must be ruthless. This falsehood comes from the misconception that in order to be successful, one must be cutthroat and uncompassionate. While it's true that tough decisions need to be made in business, empathy, integrity, and treating others with respect are equally important. Successful entrepreneurs build strong relationships and foster a positive work culture. In sum, entrepreneurship is not a one-size-fits-all journey. It's a path filled with ups and downs, successes and failures. It's a journey that is as diverse as the entrepreneurs who embark on it. So when you hear these myths, remember that they are just that, myths. They don't define what it means to be an entrepreneur, and they certainly shouldn't deter you from pursuing your entrepreneurial dreams. And that's our quick-fire round of entrepreneur lies. So there you have it, 10 lies that entrepreneurs tell you. We've debunked the myth that you need a lot of money to start a business, and we've challenged the notion that you have to work around the clock. We've underscored the importance of delegation and teamwork, and we've stressed that failure is not only an option, but often a stepping stone to success. We've also dispelled the belief that entrepreneurs are born, not made. Remember, the world of entrepreneurship is filled with misconceptions. Don't fall prey to these common misconceptions. Instead, arm yourself with knowledge and the courage to question what you hear. Critical thinking and thorough research are your best allies in this journey. The road to entrepreneurship may be challenging and filled with twists and turns, but it's also full of opportunities for those willing to learn and adapt. Thank you for tuning in to Investor Web. Don't forget to subscribe for more honest insights into the world of entrepreneurship.